My name is Denise Brown, and I am a member of Team 5. Welcome to the Data Plan Instructional Tactics. Overview. Data from Jess's second grade class. Notice and wonder statements. Plan of Action 1. Action Plan Tracking Sheet. First in Math. Extra Math. Plan of Action 2. Revised Action Plan Tracking Sheet. Conclusion. Sources. We used the data that had been collected from our team member Jess. We used her second grade math class, which consisted of 7 and 8-year-olds. Each member created notice and wonder statements from the data chart provided by Jess. All of our notice and wonder statements and used them to create our exploratory question. Exploratory question now read, would students' performance on addition and subtraction assessments increase if the students received additional math support in the computer lab at least once or twice a week? We used the artifact tracking sheet, which was to shift through the various artifacts that we collected by the team members. The artifacts were discussed, categorized either having observed learning gap or observed instructional gap. Once these artifacts were categorized, they were rated on their significance and prominence from least to greatest, only if a learning gap had been identified. My team's research helped us to reinforce how we rated learning gaps and instructional gaps for large and small groups. Our research also helped our group to establish how we rated the gaps to help establish the implementation tip for how technology can increase learning for students. We divided the groups into two categories of addition and subtraction for fluency for math using computer technology. For addition, the SMART goal stated at least 80% of the second grade students will increase accuracy of addition on MAD minutes by scoring 90% after 4 weeks. The evaluation metrics stated the results from MAD assessment taken once to twice a week. The SMART goal for subtraction stated at least 80% of the second grade will increase accuracy of subtraction on MAD minutes by scoring 90% after 4 weeks. The evaluation metric stated for subtraction the results from MAD minutes assessment taken once to twice a week. The instructional tactics presented by each team member was narrowed down. We decided on 2 computerized programs and 1 paper and pencil method. Jess's experience in the classroom helped us to determine which program would be best used in her classroom. First in Math would allow students to use computer lab computers to access their online accounts. Students will log on to reinforce addition and subtraction fluency. Extra Math would allow students to use the classroom computers to access online accounts. Students would log on to reinforce addition and subtraction fluency. Small group instruction would allow the teacher to reinforce problem-solving strategies with students, including counting on, number line, and pictures. The completion date for all of these would be April 22nd. The evaluation metrics for all of these would be the students' initial and final scores on MAD minute assessments. The instructional tactic called First in Math would allow students to access the First in Math program 2 weeks during the week. Some students will continue the access of the program at home to practice their math skills. The second instructional tactic is called extra math. This is when the students learned how to use the extra math program and then they went to the computer lab 2 times a week to access the program. Due to limited technology use and time, students were not able to use 2 different computer programs. The time frame needed to be extended for an additional week to allow all students to work on the program for 3 times a week for 4 weeks. First in math was taken off, and the students will focus solely on extra math. Addition should be mastered before moving on to subtraction. Therefore, the subtraction goal was removed so that students can focus just on addition for 4 weeks in hopes of mastering addition fluency. After 4 weeks, students should be able to move on to subtraction fluency. The MAD Minutes data will be collected through a web MAD Minute instead of pencil and paper assessments. Just notice that students typed answers faster on the computer than writing the sum on paper. This caused a discrepancy with the collected data. The exploratory question had to be revised. Would students' performance on addition assessments increase if students received additional math support in the computer lab at least once or twice a week? Now that our exploratory question had been revised, we now needed to revise the SMART goal, eliminating subtraction and focusing on addition. The instruction associated with the learning gap and instructional gap was now focused on just addition fluency using computer technology. Our SMART goal now read at least 80% of the second grade will increase accuracy of addition on MAD minutes, scoring 90% after 4 weeks. The evaluation metrics now stated the results from the online MAD minute assessments taken once to twice a week using web MAD minutes before and after implementation. Revised data action plan now read with exploratory question: would the students' performance on addition assessments increase if the students received additional math support in the computer lab at least once or twice a week? Our revised SMART goal now stated at least 80% of the second grade will increase accuracy of addition on MAD minutes by scoring 90% after 4 weeks. The instructional tactic is now extra math. The tactic method now states students will use classroom computers to access their online accounts. Students will log on to reinforce addition fluency. The additional tactic for small group instruction continues to state the same, which teachers will reinforce problem solving strategies with students, examples of counting, number line, and picture. The evaluation metric now states students' initial and final scores on addition math minute assessments will be taken on web MAD minutes. All of these with a completion date from April 22nd now has been revised to April 29th. In conclusion, we revised our data action plan in hopes that by tackling a single instruction for learning gaps and instructional gaps, we could see the progress toward our SMART goal. My area of strength came from talking with other educators from my group and from my PLC. They helped me to narrow my research on the various artifacts for both learning gaps and instructional gaps, plus the many kinds of computer programs that are out there to help students master their fluency in mathematics for any age. I still need to work to broaden my experience with the various technologies. I consider myself old school because I enjoy personal interaction and I really enjoy talking face to face with other educators. I did enjoy my group and how we worked with each other and sharing their classroom experiences. These sources are listed below. Thank you.